Hey, so I just got done filling out the 2020 Census questionnaire, and I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up of what it is and what all it asks in case you don't want to log on and you're afraid and you don't know what kind of like how deep the questions are going to go. Basically, the entire point of the census is just to count bodies, and they get like super minimal information, and that's really just your name and your address. Well, they have to know the address because they would need to count the bodies, so whatever bodies are there at on the given day, and the given day is April 1st, 2020, because I know a lot of people have multiple homes or they may be traveling on vacation, and so what they want to know is where you are on that given day. And then also too, of course, if like you have a baby and the in-laws are in town because it's a newborn, that's what they're looking at, is like not where the in-laws live, but like the actual count. So if they're in town on April 1st, awesome, you count them in your own household, because they don't really care where you live. Like, that's not the information. The point though is so states know how much money they're getting to allocate, because the government gives out a ton of money. I think the number was $965 billion, and they need to know how much to send to each state and territory. So that's why this is important. Okay, so back to the questionnaire. They ask for your name, like first, middle, last, and the date of your birth, which tells them how old you are. And that also, of course, helps states allocate when they get the data. They know, like, oh, we have this many elderly living here and this many children, so we need to make sure we allocate blah 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 for these specific funds for either the elderly or the children. So that's it. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Just name, full name, birth date, and of course the address. But every single household gets a special code, and that code harbors the address anyways. Okay, so you may be wondering, like, what happens if I don't fill it out? Well, you're required by law to fill it out, and as a former centennial census worker, meaning that I work for the census every 10 years just to do the census because it's fun for me. I like people. They will send someone to your house. If you, well, the first thing they do is they send you a letter saying, like, a paper questionnaire. Because, of course, 2020, they're doing this whole online thing, which is super easy. Um, and yeah, so they just send a paper form and hope you mail it in, because maybe you're just super uncomfortable on a computer or don't know how to use one. Who knows? So they send you a paper questionnaire. If you don't send that in, then they send someone to your house. So this is legit. Like, this is required by law. The United States wants to know how many people are living. It doesn't matter if you're legal or illegal. They just want to know how many people. They do not ask for social security number, so don't even worry about that. It's just name, birth date. They don't even ask where you were born. Oh yeah, they do ask what color you associate yourself with. So if you associate yourself as a white person or a black person or Latino, either or. I'm still working on this feminine masculine thing. But yeah, so they ask you that, and then they'll ask specifics like, okay, you identify yourself as black. Do you identify yourself as African American, Jamaican, Haitian, etc.? You identify yourself as white. Great. Do you identify yourself as German, Italian, French, English, and so forth? So that's all that is. That's about as in depth as it gets. And with that, I have a friend who's trying to get on board here. Okay. Can you tell I'm set up on a recliner? So yeah, where were we? We were just, I think that's it. That's all I can think of. Oh yeah, they send someone to your house. And if you ignore them, they come again. And if you ignore them, they come again. And I believe they come 6 times. And then if you still don't respond, then their supervisor comes. And then they come. And then they come. And it just keeps going higher up until they get a response. And that's just, again, it's required by law. So it's no big deal. No one cares about your financials. No one cares if you owe the government money. Like, the Census Bureau does not have any ties whatsoever with any of the other departments. So they don't, like, they're just a statistical gathering group. That's all it is. They just want statistics. The government needs statistics to figure out what they're doing and how to do it. And every state government, every local government, that's it. So, yeah, go ahead, fill that out. It took me like not even 5 minutes online. It's just super quick and easy. I guess if you have a lot of people in your household, it would take a lot more time, but I can say, if you don't fill it out, someone's going to come, and that's really fun. That was one of the best jobs. All right, bye.